All right, live guitar warm-up number 21. Live guitar practice warm-up. One of those names is right. Got some new things, got some old things we're going to be running through today. Haven't done a guitar warm-up in a bit. Got to do like 5 or 6 of these in a row. I got some technique stuff I'm teaching in lessons and some stuff I want to go over for myself and find it best to do these live. It helps me kind of solidify everything. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. It helps you guys out, gets you some new, maybe like a new angle, a new practice technique or something just new. If you guys want the sheet music, you want to learn along with me and you don't like scrolling on the video, or if you have students you want to teach, become a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com. Link to all 3 of the sheets we're working on is below. All right, this first one. I feel like it's tackling 2 different things at once. One thing it's tackling is alternate picking throughout, but it's also got our fingers kind of doing this gymnasium thing. And Nick and I used to do this a long time ago together, and it's been a bit. So I thought it was good to bring back. Also, I think the reason he and I both stopped this is we felt it was very unmusical, where arpeggios and scales and stuff is very like, I don't know, you're doing the building blocks of music, where this is very fundamentals, getting your fingers in shape. And both are important, and both kind of have a season. I have a student right now who's very interested in just getting up to the next level via his fingers, and so I'm like, hey, this is a great exercise, let's do it. And I played through it a couple times and realized I need to play through it as well. All right, so new exercise, new warm-up, all that good stuff. What I want to think about right away is how to tackle this in the most, like, I don't know, meaningful way. And first off, I'm just going to get my fingers kind of getting this movement. So we got this 1, 2, 3, 4, and corresponding fingers that go with it. And one thing that actually I was warming up on this a little bit before I started. Trying not to do that, but I don't know, when it's something brand new, it's good to exercise a little bit. And before I was shifting my thumb up every time. So like I had a new position, moving my thumb, new position, moving my thumb. Really want to just keep this grounded. And I want to make sure my fingers, and actually before I even get really started on the exercise, it's like a precursor to the exercise. I want to get my fingers just feeling comfortable. And I'm not even going to go to the next. So if I would highlight what I'm working on, it would just be actually 1 enda, 2 enda. And we don't need a metronome yet. And you might not be able to see this if you're on the other screen, so I'll move this for you. Give you a little bit of that. There you go. So 1 E enda, 2 E enda. And as I'm doing this kind of crawl, it reminds me of that exercise like this I did a while ago. And I don't necessarily need those short choppy notes, but I want to keep my fingers smooth. I don't want to have them flailing about. It should be relaxed. Bro, awesome. You need a hobby. So guitar is that hobby, I'm guessing, right? So jump in. This might, I don't know, if you haven't played guitar before, this might be a little, I don't know, it might keep you away from the guitar for a bit, but we got some easier lessons for you down the road. All right. So then after I'm comfortable with the fingers kind of making this movement, then I'm just going to get my pick going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, what happens that's kind of a little weird, we got 2 on that one. On the 3rd string, it's going up, and then it's coming down again. Drums are awesome. Do you have either a drum set or a guitar? That's usually a good place to start as well. I do teach some students every once in a while where they come in without a drum set. I'm like, all right, now how are you going to go home and practice this, my guy? I do love the finger crawl. Okay. Oh, bro, yeah. I know who you are, my guy. Awesome. Tim is a good guy. I think we're talking about the same person. So yeah, guitar or drums. And maybe you and Tim should come over sometime. We'll jam. We'll check it out. 1 E and 2 E and well, Tim's got a couple guitars, and if you need to borrow one, let me know too. Tim might have a couple of mine he's borrowing. Yeah, bro, their email address in the link below, so shoot me an email. Otherwise, I'll get your contact from Tim as well. And what are you up to on this Saturday night? Just chilling? Okay, so as soon as we get that, we're going to do the exact same thing starting on the 5th string. And again, I just want to get my fingers used to doing that walk. Also, we have to love technology that we're in the same town, but you're checking me out on a YouTube live. But it's awesome that you get a chance to kind of like check it out before you ever come in. Well, bro, if I get enough ambition tonight, I'll do a drum live too. But there's some good like beginner drum videos that I've done already that would help as well. But yeah, you should come in, Tim, hang out. We'll jam on a couple different instruments, bass, guitar, drums. All right, so I'm going to do that one with metronome as well. All right, and then the last one. Nice, bro. So you've been writing? I would like to hear what you have. All right, so then these last set of strings. So we got 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'll be honest, sometimes where I struggle is transferring between each of those. So like that. So we'll get there in 1 minute, but let's do that second set. I guess this would be the third set. Even as I play that, you can hear how unmusical, right? Great hand workout, just not very melodic. And then it goes back up to the 5th string, 6th string. So actually what we're going to do is slow this down to 45. And I'm just going to try to get that transition because it's like, it's the first day of new warm-ups for me. I don't really care about getting this perfect. That's not the goal of this at all. It's more just to, I don't know, to do my best on it, to get the idea into my fingers, right? And get all those transitions that you just heard me screw up 2 of them. Actually, we won't go. No, we'll keep it that way. Now let's do the first 2 measures. I don't know what you mean, man. You said you could write a few songs if you feel like it. Like you have some ideas already, but then again, what is? I don't understand that statement. What is what? Four E and 1 E and 2 E and You're just thinking out loud. I kind of do that as I'm doing these, and sometimes it comes out smart. Sometimes, actually, most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time I'm like, why did I say that? Now, if I was actually practicing as my warm-up, I would set a timer and say 5 minutes. 5 minutes on this idea. And it really would take me like 2 weeks to get this to where I'm comfortable with it and it becomes a natural part of my warm-up. And that's okay. So for here, I might go like 10 minutes long just because I'm introducing the idea. I'm talking to myself about the idea, kind of like seeing where my pitfalls are. I think the ambition is to not get lost in your warm-ups. You don't want your warm-ups become a 45, maybe a 30-minute idea. It depends how much time you have. The general idea is like you're working on a couple different concepts. You're introducing them to yourselves. You're warming up on it, and then you're working on something else. So let's do 45, a little bit more on this, and then we'll speed it up. So this is actually, like, for the most part, my warming up. There's a video I did a little while ago, and I'll get your email, and we'll send them back and forth. There was one that I did like this that was really nice for getting your digits warmed up. And actually, not only getting your digits warmed up, but trying to get a little independence and control, which I think is, like, as a beginner, the hardest thing. So you can just hear every once in a while. So that even might be a good approach for me. And that would be down, yeah. So you hear my little fumble. Just going up those strings. So I'm gonna do the same thing, just 5, 4, 3, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now the way up. Now together. Okay, then 4 string down. Now, again, so I was teaching this the other day, and I was like, shit, I am not good at this. So bringing back just ideas that I've done before and felt like I've accomplished is just, I don't know, it's a new season for it, right? Oops. For some reason, my main camera is not focusing. So we'll see what's up with that. All right, so we're gonna do let's do 50. We'll do that a couple times. And then we'll call that a good warm-up on that idea and then move on to the other concepts that we have. Let me see if I can get that camera, though, to not look like garbage. Sometimes. There we go. And it's staying right now, so we're good. I would agree with you. Sometimes my mind goes too blank, though. Sometimes your thinking gets in the way, for sure. For E and one E and Now, again, I would actually down the road, and as I get more comfortable with this, slowly move up to the second, kind of just how it's written right here. Move up to the second fret. And maybe not stumble just as much as I did. But that is what we'll aim to get going in the next couple of weeks. That will be our ambition. All right, so next I want to do A major scale. Also something I haven't done in a long time, just bringing it back. Today, what we'll do is just go over the scale in general, and then next time we will do what's called sequence of threes, which is something really enjoyable. Enjoyable is like a interesting term. All right, so anyway, we're just going to do one string at a time, and for the beginning of this, everything is going to be, I think everything has 4 notes except for the last string. So 5, 7, 9, 10. Try that, and 2, and 1, and I did, actually, I didn't write this, Nick did, but the fingers over top, this is suggested, if it's comfortable. But oftentimes I'll teach somebody and they'll do everything with one finger. That's never the ambition. Like, at least get somebody else involved in the game. All right, and then second set will be the 5th string, 7, 9, 11, 12. Yep. All right, with metronome. Then 9, 11, 12, 9, 11, 12, 14. Might as well do that with metronome. Third string, 11, 13, oops, 11, 13, 14, 16. Also trying to go down, up with your pick the entire time, because why not? Same thing. 2 and 1 and 2 and... Next set, second string, 14, 15, 17, 19. With metronome. After I do all of these, we're going to put it all together. We'll see if I can play it smooth all together. And then the last string, 16, 17. And in the future, I might want to grab a guitar that's a little easier to get up there. $14, $15, $7. Oh. All right, we're going to worry about backwards. We're going to try to get this all the way up. Doing it from memory, not a great idea. All right, so what we're going to do is just do 2 strings at a time. The best way for me to get this memorized, small chunks. Nice and slow. 3 and 4 and... All right, then we're going to start from... No, we'll just add 1 set every time. So 5, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 11, 12. Down the road, I'll have to say the name of these notes. Cool. All right, let's try it. And 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Next string after is 11, 13, 14, 16. Am I right? 11, 13, 14, yeah. I do not have this memorized. Close. I might stumble a little bit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Little bit of a failure there, and that's okay. Getting the idea of it down, that's more important. Concerned about adding that last or the second string, which yeah, should be fine. Cool. All right, let's try that. And honestly, I might as well just add that last little bit too. That 16, 17. And then I get a 1 beat break. All right, let's try that. I'm going to get lost because I'm not sight reading this. I don't have this memorized yet, so I am sight reading it, and I'll make some mistakes, but we'll get through it. And 2 and 3 and... I might end up using different fingers for now, because that will be a lot easier for me to get to that 16, 17. Okay, let's do a couple more. Let's just try to solidify that. We'll go up to 55. Again, this is for me introducing it all again to me. So I don't expect it to be great. Expect to get the idea of it down, and then over the next 2 weeks, just kind of build. Just got totally out of place with that one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So you can kind of see when the gears are trying to turn, and it's just not in my memory yet, right? So it'll take a little bit longer, but next day or two it'll be there. All right, last but not least, funk. Something I wouldn't even say avoiding, I just got distracted with other projects, and so I wanted to bring this back because I don't feel like I've learned the lessons that need to be learned from this yet. So actually I changed my mind. Let's go to, we've done 3 and 4 quite a bit. It'll be good to do them down the road, but let's go 5, 6. What we're doing. So we're making this E something 7 flat 9 or something, you know. Nick will put the comment below if he watches this one and tells me what it is. What we're playing is we're playing 9 9, 7 7, 7 7 6 7. It's definitely an E. What E it is, I'm not 100%. I don't remember. So anyway, but every time we see the dash, it's a strum, and the X's are mute. So it'd be down, down, up. All right, let's go through that a little bit slower. So 1 is 1 E and up. One of the hardest things right away is just getting all these strings to just be muted the way that you want them to. That takes a while to just get comfortable and then be able to bring your chord down. Really wouldn't matter what chord you use, but if you use like an open E, it's a lot harder to get all those mutes in there. So this unnamed chord is a little bit better. So we got 1 E and 1 E and and then 2 E and 2 E. 3 3 E and then 4. So actually, let's slow this down to 40. One of the issues I have in my playing, and a lot of people do, is they let one hand kind of control the rhythm more than the other one. So like for instance, if we're going 1 E and I need to keep that smooth. I can't change just because this hand's moving and doing something different. So we're going to try to go 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and we'll just kind of do that on a, we'll jump in and out of playing the riff. And 1 E and 1, which is pretty slow, right? 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2. So you hear how I'm rushing to. Now it's slow, so that might be part of it, but also I got to be able to play 40 BPM in time. 1 E and 2. There we go. 1 E and 2. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E. Shoot. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2. All right. That is interesting. Did not do great on that. All right. Let's try to do 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and all right, let's do that whole measure. I think 46 might be a little bit better. A little lost in space on 40 BPM. So just get the mutes. 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and The other thing that I want to work on is not getting such an accent when I'm strumming it. It's easy, again, to let this hand dictate what the other hand is doing. All right, let's do 6 as well, and then we're going to call it a day. It's a good warm-up. See if I can sight read this one. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and just mutes. All right, so that's going to be the warm-up for the next couple of weeks. I have like 5 days in a row that I can focus on guitar, and I just want to, I don't know, bring something new to warm-ups. So I'll probably have a little bit of a pause, and then go back to warm-ups again. All right, thanks for checking us out, guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, answers, put them below. Love to hear from you guys all, and have a good rest of your Saturday.